Hey, I'm John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of the Deco by Strymon. What Strymon is going for with the Deco is the interaction that two studio tape decks would have with each other. You know, back in the day, back when vintage gear was happening, was not vintage gear when it was brand new. Anyway, it's interesting that what they're going for is to recreate that compression, that warmth, that overdrive, along with the delay and chorusing and flanging that you'd get there. And these are the kind of byproducts that engineers back in the day, when this stuff was current, they were trying to avoid with tape decks. It's what drove them crazy. But guitar players heard it and they loved it. So Strymon has done a really good job of recreating that in a digital form. Essentially, the Deco is two pedals in one. One side handles saturation. The other side handles the delay, chorusing, flange bits. So before I tell you more about that, I'll tell you about everything in my signal chain. I'm playing my 1967 Telecaster Custom. It has a B bender in it, and this is a DiMarzio pickup, and the other one's stock. I'm running directly into the Strymon. The Strymon is being powered by its own proprietary power. Then we're running into a Mesa Boogie Lone Star that's being mic'd with a Royer R121 mic that's running into an Apogee Quartet and into Pro Tools. So that's how it sounds. We came in with me going for that kind of 50s Scotty Moore slapback sound. Scotty Moore had a tape delay built into his amp, and they're recording in with tape as well that added more saturation. But that's really kind of that vibe, and they do a good job of emulating that. This is what it sounds with it on, and here it is with it off. So let's start with the saturation. When we came in, basically they're right in the middle, which is a nice kind of light compression, a little bit of warmth. But let's goose up the saturation. Get a little bit more dirt to it, a little more personality. Great kind of subtle rock and roll sound, great modern country sound. I dig that. Now, in addition to the saturation, I'll dial it back to a more reasonable amount. You've got the level, or volume, which will give you a lot of dB. Here we are with it off. Now let me boost it way up. Man, that's going to get you out front for a solo. And you can see it's really pretty clean. Now, if the amp was a tiny bit just on the brink of breaking up, it certainly would with that kicked in. Anyway, sounds great. And of course, when you bring them in together, then you're going to have a really good rock and roll tone. And here's, so I'm really clean at a low volume, but it brings it in nicely. Again, this is not like a metal sound, but it's a good rock and roll sound and a great, kind of modern, just starting to break up country overdrive. So that's one side. Now let's get over to the Doubletracker, where things get even more interesting, because this gives you not only the echo of tape, but kind of the flange, the chorusing, and the weird, kind of a weird long delay. It's fairly straight ahead. We start with blend, which gives you the blend of the two tape decks, the amount essentially. Over here is lag time, which is controlling how long it goes, the lag. And down here is the wobble, which is the kind of the seasick inspiring vertigo-ish swirly bits that you're going to get. In addition to that, there's a switch in the center, which kind of helps you, it's the type switch, and that adjusts the double tracking phase and tailors your tone. It's kind of a low end, add some low end, changes up your EQ. There are just a few more options to dial in the sound you want. Why don't we flip a few switches and see what it does? Now, when we came in, I had this down a bit. Let's turn upper wobble and we'll kind of get more of a real chorusing thing going. Turn up our blend some. That's actually just giving me a lot more of the delay than I want, but pretty great. So here's a cool little secret function. If you hold down this switch on the double tracker, it will go immediately to a flange. So you can have it on one setting doing one thing and then switch to that. So it's almost like a third pedal in there. Let me turn up a little bit of saturation and show you what I mean. Anyway, pretty cool. A very neat feature. Great to kind of have that to pull out of your bag of tricks. Another cool feature that I won't demonstrate right now, but I'll tell you about, is the expression pedal. It goes up top, and the expression pedal can control the parameters of any knob, or it can be used to reset your favorite sounds, or it can be used as a tap tempo, depending on how you get into it. Okay, let's dial in a couple tones. I'll push that down to the bottom, flip on this, go for kind of a funky thing. Very cool. Now if we add a little bit of dirt, that is a big, thick, old school rock and roll tone. I love it. Now let's pull that back and show you what the delay does a little bit more. So if you're a big fan of 70s guitar tones, which I am, this is a great way to cop some of those things that not many people are copying. So that's the basics on the Deco by Strymon. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and poke around the old PG site. We'll keep you up to date on all the cool, crazy stuff out there. This is John Bollinger. Peace out.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.